In today's video, let's talk about how to shift from being an NPC to an MCP. What is an NPC? If you play video game, you'll know that where you are the main character and you are running around trying to figure out a solution for the problem or trying to fight your way to justice, something like that. There are always non-character player, which also called background player. They are always in the background running around either to support you, to harm you, or just to fill in the video game. On the other hand, an NPC is a main player character. So how to know if you are an NPC? How to shift from being an NPC to an MCP. Hi there, it's Delilah. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, we talk about self-improvement, self-growth, the matrix, healing, love, and many other topics. Let's dive right in because I cannot wait to dig deep into today's subject. First, let's talk about what are the characteristics. What makes you an NPC? Unfortunately, a lot of us, I would say billions of us, are NPC. I was one of them until I hit my 30 and had my awakening. Even at time, I still find myself an NPC. You have to constantly have the awareness and conscious to pull yourself out from being an NPC. They are programmed. So let's say whatever that they have been taught, they have been told, listened to, they believe in it. It's all programmed in their head. Just like the video game program an NPC to act certain way, to be a certain character. They are not meant to break out from that shadow and be their own person. They don't have any question about reality, life, the curiosity that needed to expand their mindset, to open up themselves and make them understand more about the world that is revolving around them. They believe in everything they see or hear, especially if it fits their ears, if they solve a certain problem that they believe in due to their subconscious mind and what they are being programmed in since their childhood. On the other hand, they don't believe in things they see or hear. For example, a lot of us are being programmed to study, finish school, and go to college and get a job and stay at a 9-to-5 job. Even when there is an opportunity or somebody else can see your potential for something much bigger than who you really are, and they offer you an opportunity to follow your passion, your drive, but you are too afraid of stepping out your comfort zone. So you refuse to believe in the offer, in your own potential that other people can see. That is an example of an NPC being in denial of what they are capable of because they are already programmed into staying in their safety zone, in their comfort zone, instead of looking for something else to improve themselves, to embrace their talent because it's too scary for them. They allow outer influences to take over their mind, their spirit. For example, if you put your purse on the floor, you lose your money and everybody just start believing in it. I was there at some point of my life where I was so superstitious. I cannot distinguish between being spiritual and being superstitious. It was the same thing for me, but it's very different. So you have to be awake and understand for yourself. Don't look at other people's opinion. Believe in the first thing you say or hear. Even when you listen to my video, I want you to go out there and do research and understand more, not just believe in everything I say. Even if I believe in what I say, you still need to have your own mindset and to look into things on your own because this world is very complicated. There are many other types of belief out there that if you imagine just believe in everything, you would lose yourself and you would not have your own mindset. They live life unconsciously. They just wake up, go to work, go home, and just repeat the same pattern every day. To them, it's simply They only do what they are programmed to do. They copy others. That's the reason why you see so many copycats out there, especially with trends. It's like copy, paste, copy, paste. I'm not saying not to copy, but always put your own touch into it and create your own trend. You want to be a trend starter, not somebody who always copying and following. Basically, you are a sheep. You don't want to be a sheep. You want to be a leader, at least to yourself, at least to the people around you who need help. Not just follow blindly, aimlessly. Just like that with the new age thing where toxic positivity was a thing, fall positive or spiritual bypassing. I was there. As time, I make myself the victim of it because I'm blindly believe in whatever I see or hear. Falling into victimhood, it's also a part of being a sheep where you don't really think and you just put yourself in the victim mindset because everybody else say that if you are being a victim, people will feel bad for you. You don't have a mindset of distinguishing between toxic positivity and victim mindset. So to understand more about that, watch this video for more. You would be on Netflix scrolling all day because you're just observing whatever it is that being put out there for you to observe. It's okay to observe, but you need to learn what to observe and how to observe so it serves you for your own good. So you can step out from being an NPC. Now let's talk about a main character player, an MCP. So what is the difference? A main character player will question everything. They will dig deep into their own healing and understand why they act the way they do due to their childhood and programming. They will be the one who reprogram their own mind or at least find trustworthy sources, coaches or people that to their own understanding to help them, but not blindly believe in just one person. I change mentors all the time. I don't stick with one person. They are always going to be an important part of my life because they help me through a certain stage of my life. But that doesn't mean I'm blindly following them and just learn all from them without acknowledging or opening my mindset and learning from other people, from other coaches and mentors out there. The main character player, they question everything and use their critical thinking, critical mind. They are discernment instead of judging. So what is the difference? Judging is when you are reflecting your own wounds, problem, insecurity, negative thinking into someone else. Discernment, on the other hand, is judging but with fairness. You are being fair and you coming from an outsider, a witness versus somebody who is reflecting your own problem into others and assuming that they are the way they are because of your reflection with them. They observe everything they think, they see or hear, and they think about it clearly before they make an assumption. An MCP focus on guarding their mind and be selective of what they choose to let in. They are aware, they know how to adjust and adapt to hardship, adversity, and the challenges that given to them in this life matrix. They find ways in difficulty to change their identities, even though it's so hard. Nobody like healing and changing because it's uncomforting. But the more that you are willing to adjust, bend, and change so that you can at the same time keep your authenticity while growing to a different level, a different person. In short period of times are the ability of somebody that a main player character has. They would always speak up even if their voice shake because they don't want to be somebody who's following somebody else. They are considerate and selective of their own words, behavior, and action because they don't want to dismiss other people's feelings just for their own benefit. For they understand how they can affect themselves and others by being considerate and improving their emotional intelligence. They speak truth and they are authentic and original. This is important. They understand both light and darkness, yin and yang, the true balance. They don't blindly live in a world of love and light and positivity only. I was there, believe me. You don't want to be like this. You want to be realistic. So you can prepare yourself for the challenges and the adversity that come into your life, where you can stand steady on your own ship during any type of turmoil that's coming your way. They accept people, opportunities, challenges, and life for whatever that is. Now, if that's the case, how would somebody turn from an NPC to an MCP? You always have to ask yourself, what would a main character player doing or having this decision making or speaking or acting, evolving in a certain situation? Or will they just sit back and allow other people to keep winning in life with no question asked and just accept to be the background person and point finger and blame on your luck? Let's talk about where is NPC come from. Spiritual belief that they are made and programmed to be here to support, bring challenges, good or bad, to the MCP, to trigger the MCP's wound, healing, to bring into the lesson into the MCP's life. However, I believe that every one of us can become an MCP if we want to and if we are willing to open our consciousness and to wake up. I don't know what else to say. You need to wake up. That's number one thing. Stop sleeping. So let's talk about how they can do that. You need to learn and step out from your own old programming. That means whatever it is that been programming into your head as a young child, even religions, okay? Be curious about other religions. I'm Buddhist, but now I'm really curious about Christianity, Catholic, all the other religions, because I don't want to just box myself into one box. So I consider myself a spiritual person. Universal religions. I don't like to just call myself Buddhist because that's not the only thing that I'm not telling you to leave your own religion and follow somebody else, but at least have an understanding. Don't be blindly believe in one thing someone say, because did God really say that? Or is it coming from their own mouth and the church? So be smart enough to distinguish the difference. You need to find your purpose. So how do you find your purpose, and what is the difference between a purpose and a passion? Watch this video for more. Learn to look outside the box. There is a Vietnamese story that I mentioned before, where a frog is staying under the well, and when the frog looked up, the sky is just a small circle in blue, and the frog thought that, okay, that's it, that's the sky. But the sky is unlimited. It's a lot more than that. So when the frog jumped out, it was shocked because the world is a lot bigger than what it's been seeing all its life. And you need to put yourself in a frog's point of view, where the sky is your limit. Learn to raise your consciousness by meditating. I know this is not another video to tell you to meditate. Meditation has been going in century, for history, longest time. But right now, science, there are so many science back up about the benefit of meditation. And to wake up and to step into your main character era, you need to first be awake and understand your conscious, be mindful. This is the first step for you to step out of the matrix that you've been stuck in for years. How do you start? This is where you start. Just ask yourself, sit for 5 minutes, close your eye and not think about anything, or really allowing thought to come by without chasing the thought. It is not easy. Just 5 minutes, and a lot of people can't even do it. There was studying that people, especially men, they would rather shock themselves than have to sit in silence. How sad is that? How can you have the connection to source, to your higher self, if you can't even sit in your own silence? If you can't even stand your own silence, then what does it really make you? Let's say if you have a conversation with your friend and you're not really listening to what she has to say because you're in your own mind, plan for your future, think about what happened yesterday, or you always be scrolling, observing all type of information everywhere else, okay? This is what society program in your mind. Keep you stay that way. You need to be in the middle. The practice of being in the present. Being in the conversation when somebody is communicating with you. Look into how to contribute into the earth and the world to make this world a better place, because don't just live for you. Live for the bigger purpose, for things that when you close your eye, you'll be happy on your last day in bed versus what did I do all my life? Take more action. Have a schedule, a calendar for your day, your week, your month, your year, and continue moving up with your life. An NPC like to stay where they at. They don't want to move, and even if they move, it's because, oh, my job moves, I have to move, I have no choice. It's not because they want to explore, they want to get out from their comfort zone. You want to always push yourself to move, to level up. And this is how all high performer stand by this. They all have a schedule, a calendar where they have their plan set up. You just have to keep yourself disciplined and stop with your procrastination. Stop using those old belief affirmation for yourself that, well, I always procrastinate all my life. Well, I've always been messy. Well, I always hit up my ex-boyfriend when I'm drunk. You're not that person. You can change it. You can change your life by reprogramming your old belief. Cut that BS out. It doesn't belong in a main character era. You need to have an urge, a sense of constantly wanting to improve yourself by reading many books, listen to audibles, and listen to many podcasts. And when I mean read books, don't just read the book that you're comfortable with. Read the book that you're not supposed to read. What does that mean? I started to read the 48 Laws of Power. And I swear to you, when I was reading that book, I was getting so much mixed messages because supposedly it sounds like there were a lot of manipulation skill and it was dark. But when I was doing research and reading about what other people think about it, listening to Robert Greene, the author, explaining about it, because I love his other books. I love The Art of Seduction, even though it's still slightly dark. But keep in mind, this is for your defense mechanism. You need to understand that people out there will use these games, these laws, these trick, these art of seduction on you. If you don't know how to defend yourself, you will not be able to see the wolf are coming for you, and you would really stay a sheep. You don't want to stay a sheep. You want to bring yourself to the wolf level, and you want to stand, look at your competitor directly in the eyes and let them know that you know what game they are playing. That is how you level up in life. Let's say you don't believe in spirituality. Pick up a book. Read about it. Be open-minded. You don't have to agree with it, but learn why people think the way they do. Don't just be closed-minded and just stick with the same damn thinking all your life. Aren't you tired of being the non-character player for the longest time already? It's time that we all need to wake up. You have to constantly learn new skill set. Don't say that, well, I'm not good with art. That's something that given when people are born. No, that is absolutely not true. I've trained workers who have absolutely no experience in cooking, culinary business, and they were becoming so good, the top ones after a while, because they are willing to. Instead of keep saying, well, it's not my thing. If you already have that program in your mind, how are you going to level up? How are you going to gain more knowledge and hone new skill set? Bruce Lee say, be like water, my friends. Water will learn to flow wherever the source is taking it to. If you have a belief that served you for the last 20-something, 30-something years of your life, and right now it no longer serve you, change your belief. Don't always stick to the same thing because that's how I am. No, that's not who you are. That's who you were in the past. You have no obligation to continue being the same person where you are not growing and you're not evolving. So how can you get out of this life matrix? I know I'm being very passionate about this video because I was there. I was an NPC for the longest time. I was lost and depressed. And some NPC are not depressed. They just accept that's their life, they just okay with being content like that, then that's fine. But if you watch this video and you stay until the end, I know you are not meant to be an NPC. So let's change from today after this video, and let's become the main character of not just your life but this whole matrix, and stop letting society control your mind and control your belief. If you like this video, I think you would be interested in this one next. Sending you so much love, encouragement. Let's knock down this matrix together and see the world for how it truly is in the main character's set of eyes. See you in the next video. Love you. Bye bye.